I think the obsession with birds started like fall of 2017. I live in this tiny house and I work out of my home studio. So I'm surrounded on all sides by woods and we get cardinals and jays and woodpeckers. But it wasn't until a group of crows started roosting right near my house, basically my front yard, that my awareness started to shift. When I would leave the house to get coffee or take a break from the studio, I would notice that they were kind of watching me with this spooky intelligence. It was almost like I had new neighbors or roommates all of a sudden. That expanded awareness, that outward awareness of the natural world, became the anchor point for flight patterns. Starlings is the first song on the album, and to me it's like a mission statement or a theme song for the record. I think that sometimes the best thing you can do is to go outside and point a microphone at the sky. Music studios have become these perfectly sealed, silent environments where you get no sound from the outdoors. And even the process of making music has also become really scientific and analytical. In the last couple years, I noticed that I would look forward to the moment when I would leave the studio, open the door, and step outside and just appreciate that widescreen hiss of an outdoor space. It's this kind of broad spectrum noise that just rushes in and it wakes up your hearing. That's why a lot of the songs on Flight Patterns have field recordings and bird calls and ambient noise. I'm also just drawn to sounds naturally that have that physicality to them. On that song, the main theme is gong samples, right? This struck metal. And the drums are all wooden percussion and hand drums to make it feel alive or real. I'm a very kind of rhythm-conscious producer. If there's rhythm and melody on a spectrum, I'm much more on the rhythm side of things. Probably because I'm a drummer and piano player by training, and then I got into turntablism, which is basically a percussion instrument. When most people think of rhythm and melody, they have this duality in their mind where the rhythm is the backbone on top of which you build the song. But with me, I think rhythm can be really emotional. It can have a sense of urgency or almost longing. And that's how I feel about Starlings too. It has this rushing, propulsive energy. There are some solos from a Moog Sub 37, which reflects my environment in a different way. Moog is based here in Asheville. One thing I love about the Moog stuff is that they're real analog instruments that resonate in a physical sense, more like a violin than it is like a digital piano. If you've ever seen these videos of starlings flocking together, they create these amazing unified organic shapes that stretch across the sky. It almost looks like a school of fish. Hundreds or thousands of these birds, but they're acting as a single organism. As human beings, we're experiencing some version of that right now as we get more and more connected and networked together. I get this feeling like we're all collectively headed somewhere, and there's not a single individual that's in control, but each of us gets to exert a tiny bit of influence to help determine where we're going. It feels like we're at this crucial moment as a species, and I hope that we can move past this idea that there's a duality between human beings and nature. You know, we're a part of nature, it's in us. Maybe the more that we can tear down that duality, the better decisions we'll make for ourselves going forward.